obviously the way we bring the angle.
Exactly.
But I've seen it on the stream enough times now to know everybody asks. Everybody asks.
It's the most unique approach.
But I've seen it on the stream enough times now to know everybody asks.
What's good, fam? What's happening? Well, welcome back. New day, new opportunities. Same community. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's make it happen here. Let me fix something real quick as always. Let's get it sorted. Let's get our day started. Good morning for the people that just woke up. Good evening for the people that are here around my area here. Let's make it happen today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun stream. We're going to talk about our game plan for today. We have set up a game plan. You can call me the man with the plan because I have a plan for you, for myself. It's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about this right now. Let's make it happen, fans. Let's turn this into a beautiful stream here. It's a pleasure to be with you guys as always. And, you know, we're fully back on the live streams as well. Looking forward to see what we can do over the next coming weeks. I think we can definitely start creating some magic again. All right. Amazing to see everyone still coming along here. Beautiful. Let's see what we have in the building. Let's get my phone real quick. Where's my phone? Let's see who's actually tuned in perfectly here. We have our gold chart ready. We're gonna talk about everything here for today. For gold, we have also the Nasdaq coming along nicely, so we will talk about the Nasdaq as well. It's gonna be good here. We're gonna see some volume coming in right now, so no rush. Everything is looking great. Let's see what we have here. Thomas Quinn says, use 30 to the moon. Zeus. Irek says, let's go. The crypto noob. Thank you very much, brother. Good to see you as always. Mohammed. Faisal. Make sure you smash out that like button right now. Let's dominate the like button here today. All right, let's turn it into an epic stream. We have Jit and Light Has. We have Crixus. We have Wesley, Otto. We have Johnny. We have John. Just came from a club. Nice, nice, nice. Don't trade drunk though. Sharul. Bye. Sugu says, good morning, Lorenzo. Crixus says, Lorenzo, good morning, Paolo. Cash Party, my man, is back as well. Good to see you, my friend. Thomas Quinn. Nice, man. Nice. Okay, beautiful, fam. What's popping today? All right. What do you guys, what is your current bias? Let me know in the chat here. What do you think about gold today? Do you think we're going to go up? Do you think we're going to come down? Would love to hear your analysis before I tell you mine. I have everything written down already for you guys, so we're going to talk about this here. Let me know here in the chat. What is your opinion today about gold here? Of course, we have been ranging today. You can see clearly we have the Monday range. The Monday range was a dump followed by a retracement. The Tuesday range was a consolidation during Asia and London followed by an expansion in New York. We then eventually came up to the 238. So I hope you took profits if you were still in that trade. I hope you actually take profits there because that was the top. And we have been actually slowly coming down here towards, again, that same key level that we talked about yesterday, which is the 2031. That is that level that's now flipping into support. Again, a very, very important level to take consideration when looking at the charts as well, due to the fact that this was major resistance beforehand. So, Mohammed Faisal says, I'm long on gold. John. Okay, that way, yeah. GJ long. Arjan says, gold go to the moon. Light says, taking out the liquidity above. New says, gold up, flag pattern. Yeah, indeed. We have a bunch of liquidity built above here. Can definitely not neglect that here. The 2038 is going to be an absolute key level. The point of control right now, 2035. You could say 2036 or is also still there, but it's not as important as the key level of the value area high, which is the previous daily high. All right, that's the key level to look at. So it's the 231 and the 238. These are the two key levels that I'm looking for here. So, you know, let's quickly look at our game plan for today here. All right, let's look at our game plan for today. We have obviously our pre-market game plan here. We put it into our section. Pretty much what I just explained, actually. The two key levels from the fixed volume profile of the previous day. Number one is, of course, the value area high. And the second one was the 231, which is actually kind of an horizontal level, strong horizontal level as well. You know, we all talked about it yesterday already. So, you know, that's potentially a level that we flip in support, right? Question mark 2031. Is this going to be the low of today? Are we going to potentially bounce from here? Well, we already seen some sort of reaction, but is this actually going to be the low today? We will find out. 2028 is the value area high, like we said before. Sorry, 38, should be 38. That's the strongest key level to look at. So any reaction from this level is a fantastic trade opportunity. For futures, it's 247 and a 239. So that's slightly different here. A thing note though, that's important for today. Something that I'm always taking in consideration. How's the dollar moving against gold? And what is currently going on here? Well, the dollar right now is taken out at this particular moment, the weekly low. All right. The low that was set on a Monday is right now getting taken out. So it's very important that we observe how the dollar reacts from this exact level right now at the moment. So again, if you cannot see it clear, that's this particular zone right there. Let me highlight this for you right here. This is the zone where we have to see how we react from, because this is a key level for the dollar. If the weekly low gets taken out today, then this is a new weekly low set. Are we then flipping bullish? That happens sometimes when you take out the weekly low set on a Monday, you flip bullish, and then boom, you go up here. Could also be just a continuation play. So it could be a breakdown, which is then of course going to be bullish for gold here and then pushing price further down. However, I had one note here. I said the dollar index is looking weaker, yet there is not a clear follow through yet for gold. So this could indicate that they want to push price back down to the previous local range as well here. So again, we talked about the 2031, because if the dollar is looking that weak and gold is reacting barely to the dollar being weak, then usually what tends to happen, if the dollar tends to reverse, gold suddenly comes down aggressively. So I want you to be aware of the fact that when the dollar has been coming down already that much since the open of the day here, so we're talking about a pretty serious move overall. Okay, that's actually not good, because of the fact that if the dollar comes down, this aggressively right here, all right, very important if you look here at this particular range, it's pushing down, right? But at the same time, gold was also pushing down. So we have to be aware of that. So the question is this enough for gold to really take us to this next range and get out of this range where we currently are at here? Because if we somehow manage to break above the weekly high, there is nothing stopping us from going towards the 2052, which is like a over 100 pip move to the upside right there, due to that clean price action right here. So that's why the weekly high, these are kind of the levels that we're facing right now. If you come above the 241, it's a no-brainer, but anything below that could still reverse or could still result into a potential reversal back into that range below the 2031, coming back down towards the 2024 as well. So I'm not 100% super convinced now that we're just gonna go up and that we're gonna go to the moon from here, and that usually has to do with the fact of how the dollar is moving against the gold price during the London session. So that's why we have to pay very close attention. If the dollar decides to absolutely collapse right now, of course this is not going to be bearish for gold in any way, shape or form. There is a trade that we could take, and that's kind of like, you could say, some sort of risky trade, but again, I think it's worth to potentially look for a setup like that here. And that is that if we pull back here and we come back into this zone right now, like around the 233, that could be potentially a nice entry for a long to set our stop loss below that key level. So below that wick right here to target still at least the 238. And if you then manage to continue up, you're in an amazing position already. So that will be definitely a setup that you could potentially think about. But that means that we have to put our stop loss then below, the 231. So that's something that I'm interested in then. If I'm going to take the trade here from either, the 232, the 233, that I have to put my stop loss below that previous wick in order for us to push price further up here. So, that's a trade that we can potentially take here, because if we get stopped out here, then and we close actually below this level, then obviously we have a lot of green action back and potentially a rollover back towards the downside again. So, we can cover our loss then regardless by looking at a new setup already, if that's if that's the case, if that actually is going to happen, if we're actually getting stopped out here. You know, the goal is, of course, to keep our losses small and to, you know, understand that our winners can be bigger here. But again, any pullback right now for gold is appreciated for us. You know, for me to look for an opportunity where I'm potentially going to go long, as long as I can put my stop loss right below. So that will be a nice pullback in case we're pulling back in towards at least the 2033. Okay, which is actually not that far away, but you could say that this is practically, you know, this particular zone. You know, you see it on the 10 minutes right here. It's something like this. You know, pulling back into that range will be nice, followed by a, you know, reaction, positive entry, looking for the another move to the upside towards the 2038 stop loss below. That's something that I'm interested in. You know, if we decide to just go up from now, then it is what it is. But then, of course, the 2038 is going to be the level where you make a decision if we want to look for a continuation to the weekly high, or if we're going to look for a retracement and a rejection from that particular level. So that's kind of what I'm looking for gold today at the moment. Again, easy to stuff and to mark out, you know, the days. I want you to be very, very clear about, you know, your understanding of what actually happened each specific day. Because today is Wednesday. We're in the middle of the week. This is truly the maker or breaker for gold. This is where we decide what the, you know, potential continuation play will be. Or if it will be some sort of reversal that is set today. We will find out here. But it could easily be that we, you know, go and create a new weekly high as well, right? So that's why I want you to be aware of the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, what has happened on each particular day. And it's super clear to see for you then as well how price has been reacting during each particular session and how you can then anticipate based upon, you know, that particular move as well. So I hope that makes sense for gold. If you like it, press a W in the chat here. And then, you know, it's a matter of being patient right now, waiting for, you know, price to reach one of these levels to see how we can actually move along here and how we can take advantage of it. So far, the dollar right now has taken out the weekly low. So we have set a new weekly low at this particular moment. It's sitting right now at the 103.589. Sorry, 582. And we're waiting for a potential reaction right now. If you claim back this particular box that we talked about here and we flip this into support, then there is a big chance that gold will flip and reverse as well. And potentially then, you know, potentially come down lower and retest to 231 again. But I have to say, you know, that liquidity that's built up to the upside here, it is interesting. It is interesting. It is definitely an interesting level to look at and to not neglect as well. So that's for gold. For the Nasdaq, we have the weekly highs here. I will be super surprised today, guys, if we're not going to go for these highs here. Why? Well, pretty much look at the highs here. Okay, there, you know, has been so much liquidity built now above the 70,775. You know, you have this high that failed to break, this high, right? We have this high that was set on the Friday closure. And we had, you know, every single time we tapped into this level, we came from a rejection from this initial top. And it's now probably going to be the fourth time that we're going to go and we're trying to, you know, retest that particular zone. I mean, I don't trust that. I think that, you know, we should now start to think about, you know, a bullish, takeout of that liquidity. If you decide to open the New York Stock Exchange bearish, that will be actually better for us, because then we could start thinking about entering somewhat, you know, in this particular range and then start looking for a reversal play towards the upside and position ourselves much better. So that's why the Nasdaq has also, you know, a very nice clean opportunity, which I think is very interesting. If you draw the fixed range volume profile from this zone to the current level here, you know, you will come roughly towards, you know, these particular levels to see if there is some sort of reaction if you open bearish. Because if that happens, you flip bearish, or you open bearish, you flip bullish, and you can go for the highs here. The same as what we did yesterday with the US30 when we missed our trade on one tick, where we came up super aggressive bullish and we flipped bearish eventually. Hope that makes sense. Okay. Very, very clean. Lorenzo, can you ask how do you have the days marked on your chart? Let me explain. It's very simple. Very, very, very simple. You go to the UTC -5 to select the New York time here. I look at where the Monday has opened here. It's 6 p.m. All right, I just draw it from 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. I set these vertical lines and I just give myself the window of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then every single time I move the day, I take the volume that has been traded from a Monday and a Tuesday to then, you know, use that and these key levels for a Wednesday. So pretty much every single day of the week, you know, we get a little bit smarter due to the fact that we have the information from the previous day, right? The more volume traded, the more orders were placed around certain levels, the more data we can utilize and, you know, utilize this in our favor eventually due to the fact that every single time when you react from it. So again, for example, you know, let's just say that it's Tuesday. Like yesterday, you know, you draw the fixtures volume profile from the open to the closure. You had the point of control here. And look how when the next day opened here, okay? So you just have to neglect the levels right now, but you got the next day opened here. You came back to the point of control 2 times. One during the Asian session, 1 time during the London session. Both times you came from it, you bounced from it, you came towards the value area high. There was 1 trade. The second trade was right there, 2023. These are 2 trades. And then, of course, we had that breakout during the New York session right here, tapping into the very area high of this bigger range eventually created. So every day you get a little bit smarter. That's how we utilize the volume profile. Like I said before, it's a great way for us to, you know, to understand what these key levels are. And that's how we trade. We trade from a bounce or a break from any of these key levels to look for a confirmation. That's currently what we're looking for. All right, looking forward to it. Let's see how we react here. Let's see if we can actually, you know, we're getting it rejected right now at the point of control at the 2036. Any pullback will be appreciated. Any pullback into that range will be nice. This could be a nice buy from there. You know, somewhat in that range, looking for buys, stop loss below the low, and then looking for that continuation. If you break below it and you get stopped out, we're looking for the continuation to the downside. Very, very nice. Love from India. Thank you, my man. My Indian brothers are here. If you're from India, press a 1. Press a 1 in the chat. India is going to take over the world. So I need to be friends with my Indian brothers right now. I need to set up my life, you know, just, you know, build these type of connections with these Indians because, you know, they're taking over. All right. What jacket is that? That's the custom Limitless jacket. I wear it sometimes for the show, but most importantly, the air conditioning is on the coldest. Otherwise, the camera gets overheated. So I don't want to freeze. That's why. All right. We call this the Limitless Trading Academy, or the Limitless customized jacket right here. If you can break the point of control, it would be dangerous to go long from that demand. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But, you know, if we break the 238, of course, we're going to look for a lot of continuation setups as well. There are a lot of potential scenarios here that we can look at based upon these levels here. There is news ahead, medium impact. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. The settings from the volume profile, 128 row size, okay. 72 value area volume. So 128, 72. Maybe I just should, you know, design jackets for you guys instead of trade. What about that? Could be a good idea. Some Limitless merchandise right there. Only custom, of course. Okay. And what about the U30? We can talk about the U30 here. in a second here. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Okay. Can you please give your idea on the Euro USD? Euro USD, yeah. So, oh wait, I had a trade open on the Euro USD here. The rejection of the previous weekly high. Yeah, so we got rejected from the value area high right now. Key level right now is the value low. We're reacting from it. If you close below it, I have to close my position. I mean, this is interesting, man. If you go and you actually start breaking down here, like I said, the dollar here right now is doing it. So the dollar has been creating, or it did create a new weekly low, and it is now bouncing. So, you know, that's why I said it's so important to wait for the dollar here after the weekly low has been taken out from the Monday. So the Monday low has been taken, a new low has been set for the week. Is this now going to flip into support and we're looking for continuation? If that's the case, then we're going to see a reversal play. And then gold is going to push down at some point. So that's definitely something to look at here. But we'll see. We'll see how the dollar reacts. But yeah, it is important. It is important for sure. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, for the euro is reacting quite bearish to the dollar reversing here. So I'm going to close my position for sure. I don't know why I didn't close it earlier. Okay. So yeah, we have a rejection right now setting for the Euro USD here. This is actually, I have to say, this is actually quite interesting because this is like a serious low right now set. You are breaking the lows that are creating these initial highs. So there is definitely a potential scenario where if you break this zone, this is futures, by the way. So you need to look at it for yourself, but the structure should be the same. If you get below it, then a lot more downside potential for the Euro USD here. A lot more downside potential for the Euro USD if that's the case. Yeah, I'm not sure how many guys trade the Euro USD here in the chat. I know many guys trade gold, so. You know, it's up to you here, but we, you know, it is a nice rejection. It is a nice rejection from the high here. I cannot complain, okay? Especially now when you look at this high right there. It is a nice rejection. Look at all that liquidity that's building up below here. Super nice and clean if you can take that out. If you start coming down here, you know, you start actually breaking down. But that will only happen if the dollar actually decides to reverse here. And I think that's definitely a case, definitely a scenario. Lorenzo, can I check the new GBP dollar against US dollar? New sales coming. Well, if the dollar reclaims its territory, obviously you can think about, you know, potential setups for these type of pairs as well. EU, GU, NU, whatever the case may be. Any of these pairs related to the dollar, you know, as long as the dollar shoots up, most likely you will see indeed the sell coming in. So you could be right here. I personally do not want to cover too many different currencies at the moment because it gets a little bit confusing. All right, so let's keep it clean. Let's follow our game plan, and let's not be too distracted because you know, we will miss out on one idea when we're looking at another one. We miss out on that one. We have been there before. So overall, gold is holding up very nicely. But the dollar is also pushing up here, which is interesting. Let me look at the treasuries real quick. All right. Euros is going to look very nice. Euro is going to look very, very interesting here. I'm going to set the euro as well here. What do we have? Yeah. So, I mean, it's a key level as well. It's a very strong level. Very strong level for the euro here. Yeah, I like it. Okay, we have an hourly closure in 15 minutes. Let's, if you close this candle on the dollar here, now this strong, not good for the euro. You know, setting up a new weekly low and then boom, pushing price up here. Yes, sir. Very, very nice though. If you close this candle bullish, we have 12 minutes left. We might just put in like a nice Euro USD short already while we're waiting for gold here. The only thing against is that the Euro usually has a bottom wick in daily. Yeah, so if you look at the Euro from the complete day here, then yes, you could say that we have only coming up here. The other thing though that I think is important to mention is the following, and that is that we had the London Open, and the London Open was actually, you know, relatively. Yeah, I mean, like not that like we have seen a consistent push to the upside here, and this could just result into a beautiful short. By the way, I'm looking at it right now. The longer I'm looking at it, the more interesting it gets. So yeah, let's keep a close eye on the euro as well, fam. Let's see what we can do here, because that rejection is the exact rejection that you want to see. You're back below the value area low. This is good. This is very, very good. Very nice here. Okay, 12 minutes left. Gold's coming down. Dollar is strong, so gold's pushing. Option 1 is we trade the bounce of 233. We're looking for the continuation to the upside. Option 2 is you reclaim the 231, so you come back below the 231 again. Always looking for shorts right away. Option number 3, we break above the 238. We're looking for long setups as well. Closing above the weekly high, scaling into your position, and looking for a really strong run back up to the 250, because this is a 100 pip, you know, move right there, easy target. So it's all about right now thinking about, is it worth the risk to enter on here? Potentially, you know, understand that the dollar could get rejected on the lower time frame. I have to say it is looking strong. It is looking strong. But you see how good the gold chart right now is reacting to these levels. You understand why volume is so important, why measuring volume is key. Volume equals, you know, orders placed, executed on a certain level. So, you know, the more volume, the more interest around the level. You could view this as resistance, support, levels that you would usually not see when you're just trading horizontal support and resistance, because the volume that happens each week on a certain level can be different from, you know, other days in the market as well. So you know, it's a great tool to look at certain levels that you usually would not, you know, see or highlight. That's why I think that it's so nice to see here that you get rejected from the 235, 236, but also the fact that we bounced from the 224 so many times as well when this was set previously as well. And of course, that the value area high created that top from yesterday. So very, very clean. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Let's see if the dollar has that follow through here. Sir, can you check out the US oil? We have to look at oil later. Volume. I think the volume will come in after the hourly closure here. So with what, like 7 minutes? That should give us at least some nice indication. Very, very good. Okay. Overall, a pretty rangy week, if you ask me right now. Not really trending, pretty balanced overall. You know, we are practically back for the dollar at least where we opened on a Monday. What is the POC in the value area low? That's the point of control in the value area low. That's where, you know, these are the key levels where the most volume must be traded. To conclude, because there are so many questions and I got so many questions in my DMs as well. We're working on a system. You're gonna love it. You will love it. All right, it's a playbook. It's a system. It's a hybrid system, of course. I didn't come up with it myself, obviously. However, the hybrid and the way we're utilizing it absolutely is unique. I've never seen this before, so I think that's the best way to describe it. And it's a very simple and effective system if you get it. So I'm looking forward to explain it in detail. We call this the LTA concepts. It's coming on a little bit later. And, you know, it's for beginners. You know, we have like a beginner section, okay, where we just, you know, set the foundation here. And then we will have an advanced section as well for, you know, people that are a little bit familiar, that are potentially already profitable, that know what they're doing, that are making money or are sitting at that like break-even point. You know, so if you're sitting at that roughly break-even point right now, then of course the advanced is much more interesting. But for beginners, I think it's the perfect foundation. Perfect foundation here. Yeah, dollar is not following through. So that's why we wait for the hourly closure. And that's why we have not executed a trade on the Euro USD either. Because, you know, we need to close this hourly candle for the dollar, which is in 5 minutes. You're talking about a software or strategy? Strategy. Yeah. Yeah, we have not been doing nothing over the last like 2 months, right? We have been actually creating a lot of things. And I can't wait to release it. Just have to be a little bit patient. There's no exact date. I'm you know, the problem is I'm a perfectionist. I want to have it perfect. So I want to make sure that everyone is happy and that it's clear for everyone to understand and, you know, all these different layers. So yeah. Are you still in Bali, Lorenzo? Yes, sir. I'm still in Bali. Do you have any sport car or bike? I had a Range Rover, but I sold it. If I would live in Dubai or something, yeah, of course, I want to buy, immediately want to buy the A12 super fast right away. But, you know, where I'm currently at, it's kind of irrelevant. If you want to drive here, you cannot drive faster than 30 miles an hour. That's the maximum you can drive there, or where we currently are. So it's like impossible to have some fun. Lorenzo, welcome back. Where have you been? Have you moved house? Your old setup was great. That's changed. This is the new setup. It's the same room. It's the same room. Are you planning on buying or selling? Well, the way gold is holding right now, I'm looking for buys for sure. It's holding up very nicely. I think the dollar is not really... yeah, the dollar is doing its best to push price further up, while gold is holding super, super strong. 2 key levels at 238. My on entry would have been at like 233. But yeah, we have to see where price is at now. You can see how hard it is to break through the 236 now. Where did you learn to trade Forex? Well, I learned to trade crypto first. And then I moved to Forex. And now I'm actually more into futures. Because Forex is, I realized that in many ways, Forex is just it's some sort of scam. Okay? And before you guys are going to say, oh, well, Forex is not a scam, Forex is legit. Bro, you cannot see anything in Forex. There is no, you do not get access to any data in Forex. Why? Because these brokers are smart. There are some really good brokers out there, don't get me wrong. You know, we work with a couple of really good brokers out there, but the majority of brokers are very, very smart. They don't allow you to get access to the data. And what do you mean with data? Well, we're talking about behind the scenes information, right? The actual bid and ask, you know, the depth of market, right? The heat map, you name it, right? All that stuff. Forex does not allow you to do that. And why is that? Because what brokers are doing is they pretty much put a CVD contract on a futures contract. So what you're in essence are trading is a contract on a contract. All right. So it's not direct to the source. That's the difference between Forex and futures, whereas futures is centralized, right? Futures is very heavily regulated in the United States. So you have to, with the commission, so you have to, you know, follow a lot of very important rules. The execution also provides you with no spreads. There are no spreads on futures. You pay commissions only. You know, the slippage. In many cases, there is less to none slippage as well. You know, the long delays for executions, all that stuff right there. You know, these are things you have to accept. Why do I still trade Forex? It's because I found a way where I can still combine this. And it's just something that I'm used to. That's it. Okay. But the order flow is non-existent. So do take that in consideration. So you have to be a little more creative to get access to that data. It's like driving a Ducati, right? Motorbike, but limited, right? So you can only go like 80 miles an hour. You cannot go faster than that. Whereas on futures, you go, you know, full gas, getting access to all the information. So that's the difference between Forex and futures. I'm interested in futures. I'm trading futures now. Has been working well. I mean, I highly recommend you to do the same, to get into it, to look into it. The best way to do it is to get familiar with prop firms as well. Prop firms are also much more reliable in futures, by the way, due to these regulations. So, you know, do take that in consideration. They're not allowed to, you know, put on their own spreads, to screw you over in their trades, whatever the case may be, of course. Prop firms are prop firms, don't get me wrong. But, you know, there are differences here. There are differences here. All right, recovery dollar is so far, you know, not really following through here. So, you know, gold is looking strong today. Okay. We have the hourly closure right now. Above the point of control. That's fantastic. We're flipping it right now into support. This is also great. What are you looking for today? I'm looking for gold longs. Looking for continuation longs here. The way we have been looking at this particular range, look at what happened yesterday. We have been ranging practically all London. We have been doing the same thing today, all London. The key level of New York was the 2031. Today, the key level will be the 2038. So it's following the process. It's the same exact process right now. And we're following kind of that upwards trend. So far, you know, it's still looking for long continuations here. The 2038 is that exact key level to look at. I know that we have the previous weekly high, but we're definitely willing to risk it here. Because if you take out the weekly high, I think you're in such a good position that your risk reward is much higher, and you can immediately go to fill up that massive imbalance that's there, back to that bigger range on top, which we had on a you know, which we created on Friday when the news came out, when we absolutely collapsed and took out the lows super aggressively. We're waiting for that recovery moment. The key levels are right now where we are at 2038 and the 2040 1.5. Yeah, something like that. So there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room here. Matty says, are you using ATOS for your footprint? Yes, ATOS. I use, it's a delta footprint. All right. It's a delta footprint. It's a bid and ask, the volume, and then the delta. The delta is the most important part in combination with the volume. It's the net difference between aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers. So you see who's in control here. If the delta is positive while price is coming down, that might be a reason to think twice about going short. So that's why, you know, there are like these type of tools that you can leverage. ATOS indeed. There are tons of other, you know, softwares out there that are cheaper and all that stuff here. Okay. So what happens when a broker, right, in Forex and not in futures, but in Forex, you know, if you set a trade, first of all, they know exactly if you're profitable or not. They have all the necessary tools and equipment to see directly if this guy in the long term will be a sustainable, you know, trader based upon the information that you probably don't have yourself. Therefore, that's one layer to look at it. What they can then do is, based upon the spread, they can put on a hedge, and they go again, or they can go against your trade and at least, you know, arbitrage the spread in between your bid and ask and their bid and ask, because there is a different pricing, if that makes sense. That doesn't look like much, but if this is a lot of money and a lot of volume from a lot of different traders, it turns into a shit ton of money. That's why all the guys here, the biggest influence in this industry, have a broker, right? And they're making a shit ton of money with that particular broker. And then they're saying, yeah, I'm having $100,000 days. Yeah, duh. If you have a broker that supports that, obviously you can, you know, you got free money to trade with at all times. Like free rebates that you can use and leverage to, you know, to place your trade. And then once in a while, you have a profitable trade. And then you can show that profitable trade to your audience. And then these people think, oh, yeah, no, that's like, that's super legit. All right, 238, let's go. Recommended profits for futures. I know top step. There's one layer. We also have, I need to see, there were a couple other ones that I made a whole list. So you have top step, you have take profit trader, you have my funded futures, and you have Apex. Okay. Take profit trader is something I think is very good. I trust the guy that I'm talking to. And top step. There is resistance at 242. Yeah, correct. So that's the weekly high. But I do not want to wait until we're at the 242 to then look for an entry. I mean, this is still an amazing move to the upside here. Like this is like a 100 pip move, which could be a very aggressive and easy trade if you manage to close above it. But I think it's way too late to enter. I think we should enter, you know, at 238 at least. Minimum to look for that continuation. If London was not coming down that slow, like Asia and London today, you know, I was like, but you know, the same thing as what happened here. Asia, London, and then New York, massive expansion here. We could see something similar happening today. Dollars. Decent, but not really beneficiary. So that's why Euro was not the confirmation we needed. What should I select an account while typing opening account in Vantage? If you trade with a less than a 5k account, I would go for the standard. For a standard STP account. Man, look at the euro here though. Like the way you have been building up the liquidity to the downside here. The way you're coming back into this range. Like if you get rejected here, it's just not looking that strong. It's not looking that strong at all. I'm just saying. It's not looking that strong. If you start coming down here, this is where we opened the day. This is where we're closing the day. We have been ever since the Monday. We have been practically opening up. We have been actually doing the same thing before on a smaller scale. So that was right here. Look at what we're doing. We've been building, came down. Now we're building back at that range, looking for a continuation down. You see that pattern. Same thing here. We had this range now. This is not a rejection point. This is where we opened, or this is the weekly high. So the weekly high is now currently getting rejected or is rejecting us here. So, you know, I would not be surprised if we somehow decide to push down here. Would not be surprised. I feel there's going to be a big movement in the market. My year says we have 20 minutes till the New York Stock Exchange open, man. So again, for the Nasdaq. Oh, we're already going. We are already going. It is time. Interesting though, before the New York Open here. But the time has come. We're gonna take out the high suit. Very interesting what happens, to see what happens after we've taken out here, because the open usually can result into a reverse. So this could be a liquidity play here. Getting enough orders, taking out the liquidity that's set and built up here to flip price and come back down again. Or retrace and look for continuation. So then we have to break above the highs here at 17,800 and then look for the pullback continuation up. But it could easily be a rejection as well after we've taken out the highs here. Why else would you push price up before the New York Open? We'll see. Skinny D says, glad I locked into starting futures from an initial recommendation while learning before I truly knew the difference. Who is trading futures here in the chat? Let me know in the chat, please. Who is trading futures? Okay, rejection from 238. Like, we're still in this range, right? Same thing as yesterday. You know, let's say this is a range right here. And this was yesterday's range. This is all fun and games, but the actual bigger play will be above it. So it will be either here or it will be either below. So it's outside of these key levels right here. We're back at the London range, the Asian range. Getting into a setup below here to look for longs could be still an interesting level to look at. Because it's relatively low comparison to the potential it has for price to push up. And if you get stopped out, you kind of right away probably know what the direction will be. Do they do payouts and FundedNext? Yes, absolutely. Yeah, we make sure that people in our community are satisfied and helped out here. New York Stock Exchange opens in 60 minutes. Yes, sir. Let's see if Tommy is in the building. We're going to call him in a second here. The euro looks relatively weak. I want to enter at 233. Yeah, I'm looking at the same level. So I would love to have an entry roughly around the 233. And then hopefully look at a breakout of this range and then scale into my position. So that means that if you would enter here, you break the 238, you go to the weekly high, then why not take in another trade right there at the breakout? When being in profit, to scale up and add on to your winners to then look for further continuation up and try to get that bigger play. Because your average order will then be roughly around the point of control, which is a great average. Entering at the point of control right now. The question is then, where are you going to put your stop loss? I'd rather than wait for price to push back further or wait for the break out of 238. Paolo says, Lorenzo, I have a huge problem. First, I analyze the chart and I'm certain and have my bias. But then I suddenly see other things. Then I start confusing myself. And I'm not sure anymore what I should do. Then I need to understand, Paolo, how you analyze the chart in the first place. Because otherwise I cannot give you the context that you need. Because then I can kind of get into your brain and see what's happening there. Okay? But, you know, structure is king. So, for example, you know, after the Monday has closed, you have a range. You have the whole Monday range now. And you can always leverage the Monday range so you can utilize that, right? Let's see if Tommy's here. Let's give him a call. Let's give him a call.
Yes, Lorenzo.
What's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you? You doing good?
Amazing, man. Amazing. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think so. Okay.
How is everyone doing in the chat? Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. So, what are we looking at?
We're looking at gold. What do you think of the EU at the moment? I would love to see your point of view here.
Yeah, so I see potential shorts coming up. I noticed that price action is currently really slow. So I want to know what happens within 10 minutes from now. And then I will start making my my actual buys, you know, waiting for the volume to kick in so we can actually anticipate what's going to happen. For now, they're just ranging up. Like we're going up, but we're ranging, you know, we're not really moving. So for now, patience pays the bills, right? So waiting, and then let's see what the open does in 10 minutes from now.
I mean, it's looking like a nice short.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I mean. I agree fully. I think it's a potential short, but I want to see what happens during the open. If they manage to maybe break up first and then look for a continuation down, flip the candle, that would be really good.
Yeah.
But for now, it's slow, you know. It's slow. How's everyone doing in the chat? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. What are you guys looking at? You guys looking at gold as well? I like it. Love it. Let's see. Yeah, you can also see, by the way, on DXY on the 15, you see that there's a lot of liquidity to the upside.
I know, right? I know. A lot of liquidity to the upside. And the way we're pushing up here in the hourly candle as well has a very weak top wick. You could see that flipping here. Gold does not really care. So that's why I still expect some sort of pullback for gold, rather than breaking the 238. But that's what I think for now. For euro, man, it looks like we could potentially see a nice short coming in play right now. Stop loss above the highs.
100%. Yeah, it mitigated the good zone as well. So it's giving some rejection now. The big point is like, how are we going to open up in 10 minutes from now?
Yeah, I think that's what matters the most.
Pushing down. Yeah. But it's all patience on this one.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the Asian low, man, is still very clean. I think the London Asian lows are there. Like that could be an amazing target if you start breaking structure 100%. Right now. We can target the Asian low as well. something like that, something in that matter. So
Yeah, can't agree more on that. I agree. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, you also have some equal lows on the 15-minute. So
yeah,
looking good. Looking good.
yeah, very nice, bro. Very clean.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we also retested the opening price of the week for DXY. We closed above it after retesting it twice. So there are multiple confluences that they might want to flip and look for higher targets. So yeah, let's see. 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Patience. Yeah, Euro USD indeed.
Yeah, that breaker, bro, at 1.7. Oh, sorry, this is futures. Let me go to the regular
I
chart.
was watching it. I was futures watching as well.
Let me go to EU here. Yeah, that break below the 1.767.
Okay, I need to give me 1 sec. I need to also look at the actual chart. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, DXY is breaking up as well right now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
This looks good. This looks good, man. This looks good for the dollar.
Yeah.
Gold is pushing down here. That's why we were waiting for that. Yeah, we have 7 minutes left. Okay. Of course, we have to wait. We will wait for the open, right? And then see from there. But definitely not neglecting the potential here.
Yeah, it could indeed be a potential low of the week forming then, going for the lows. That would be really good, because also on the 4-hour we still have discounted a discount array on the 4-hour. So where they want to go, we have a gap. We have equal lows on the monthly. So there are multiple things. Like
man, this equal lows right here, like literally sitting at the weekly low.
Yeah, exactly. So I see a lot of potential, and especially with all the liquidity, like they've been slowly building it up. The big question is, are they going to do it now, or are they going to wait a little bit longer? I hope they're going to, of course, break it down. We're going to get some good volume within 5 minutes from now.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Totally. 5 minutes for the closure here. And then
Yes,
bananas.
Bananas.
Gold's coming down as well to that level. The 230, 233. But it's the dollar that's pushing gold down here. So do take that in consideration. And look at the dollar and look at the potential the dollar has as well to continue up here. You know, this is definitely something that we cannot ignore when looking at the chart right now. After we have set a new weekly low. So definitely there is a lot of room for the dollar here to make that move. The Nasdaq is right at that same level right now before the open. Ironic, but it's always the case here. You always come to these key levels. You get drawn to these key levels here the moment the market opens up. You are either at some sort of important high or low. Yeah, we're gonna see how that operates here. 10-year yield is also pushing up. Thank you for letting me know. That's important. Yeah, this is probably the plan for euro here. If we open this candle, this 30-minute candle, and we flip it bearish, I might just trade that continuation play, that candle flip. Targets are so clear. Whereas gold price and futures is different from Forex. This is the gold spot chart, all right? We sometimes look at the futures chart as well. Don't get me wrong, but this is the gold spot chart. I'm still trading gold on Forex, so like on MetaTrader.
%, looking good. So, Lorenzo, something you could do is for because I see that our faces are below the thingy, right? You could remove that if you want to on Discord in our chat. You can remove that. You know, you understand what I mean? Where
This one.
I think so. Wait, let me see. I can't see the stream, so I need to. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Awesome. Love it. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, let's see. We have 2 more minutes for the open. Let's see how they open up. Let's see how they open up. Did it disappear? Oh yeah, it disappeared.
Lorenzo, did I miss the trading gold? No, you did not, bro. No, we're waiting for that key level here. Dollar is potentially reversing. So I'm actually very interested in a trade right now, which is the Euro USD, and then of course gold is still there. You know, we have this box, right? The same thing as we had yesterday. We had this massive range, and then we expanded out of it. Any expansion below or above it is amazing, is key. An entry could be still at around 233. But based upon what the dollar is doing, I need to look at the 10-year yield. That's actually a very, very good point. Let me see what's happening there. Yeah, also the 10-year yield is looking very good. This is going to help push price down for gold. So I actually would not be surprised if gold comes back down to the 231 again. Okay, 30 seconds, fam.
Yes. Let's see what it's gonna do.
Let's go.
All right.
Ten-year yield looks good, looks very good. That's not good for gold. That's not good for gold. No, that's not good for gold. The way the 10-year yield is setting up here. Buyers are going to step in right now for sure. Yeah, a lot of buyers stepping in right now. The ETH price is moving down here.
See, Euro is not really moving at the moment. Still slow, even though they're open. So let's see if there's something else.
Look at the Nasdaq, you're gonna miss it again. So no, the Nasdaq, like the Nasdaq right now is the following. So if the Nasdaq creates a high, like which it's doing right now, then the question is, is it time to then flip it after that? So is it time to flip this into, you know, after the high has been taken out, all the highs are taken, time to reverse? Or is this a momentum for a continuation play? Then we need to break above the 17,800. So you have some time left here. It's more about gold right now. And Euro USD. So if the Euro USD, Thomas, is gonna flip here, I'm gonna enter.
Yeah, I agree. I think it looks really good if it flips. Right now we have a new half an hour candle opening up as well. So if they can flip that, that would be really, really good. Because it's creating wicks and wicks and wicks to the downside over and over again. So there's a lot of liquidity. The big question is, of course, do they have enough selling pressure now to actually go through, you know, and look for lower targets?
Exactly. I do think that the Asian low is a great, you know, a great break-even point or a TP point as well. Yeah, if you see that flip here, I'm gonna look for shorts right away.
I like it. Yeah, we also yeah. Let's see. Just checking. The hourly stays bearish as well, so that's good. They managed to keep it on the bearish side of things. The 2 hour is looking really good. We have a top wick on the 2 hour. Same for the 4 hour. Like, we could even wait for the 4 hour to flip bearish. It's 26 minutes for the 4 hour to close. The 4 hour open is at 8:10.
Yeah, you see, really you're talking about a 4 hour top wick and a reversal.
Yeah. So I'm yeah. Currently looking at what's gonna do.
Gold is holding so far. Yeah, I think the setup for the EU is done. Is set.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, also the 4 hour on the DXY also flipped bullish, so it's backing up again the trade. It's just the momentum is not there yet. I feel like there's still
yeah.
It's like it's gonna come soon. You know what I mean? It's gonna soon come, and then boom, it instantly goes.
No FOMO though. Doesn't matter.
No FOMO. 100%. Patient pays. You guys know it, right? It's the patience game.
So gold has a hard time, right? People are starting to buy in, step in here. Price has a hard time pushing further. That's not a good sign for gold. The treasuries are looking very, very strong. So the 10-year yield is looking bullish. At least this candle is looking very good. The hourly candle here. We're holding above a really critical zone as well. As you can say here. If this will break, obviously gold is extremely bullish. This is not happening. This is not holding up. The dollar as well. The dollar has so much liquidity to take out above here. This is not going to benefit gold here. So people that went long here eventually 230T. It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one. And a lot of people want to enter now. You see it? But I see it coming down to the 231. If it breaks below it, then it's a short right away. If it breaks above the 238, I think that's a much safer trade as well. Yeah, so we have 25 minutes left, Thomas. You can say, okay, you have the 4-hour closure. You create a top wick. I think if you take the risk and you put your stop loss on a safe haven, I think it's fine. I think it's worth it.
And now it's giving us some good volume as well in the 1 minute.
Sorry, what did you say?
As well. I said it's now giving also some good volume on the 1 minute time frame.
Yeah, I like it.
The DXY is as well flipping pretty good now.
Let's see. Let's put it in. Let's see what we have. Oh, I hate that sound. Let me load things. Oh, there we go. Alright, gold still holding. Still holding. And he says the magic key, the only crap Raja did good. I mean, it's a great tool. I can't lie. I like it. It's a great tool. Yeah. It's a great tool for sure.
Yeah. So DXY created another top wick. I think we still need to wait for the momentum to fully show that it's time to go. It's playing. It's sneaky right now.
It's very rangy. Very rangy right now. Yeah, that flip is perfect, man. Like, I think that you are, like, the closer we get to the 4 hour, the better it's gonna be.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think it's good to wait for that 20-minute closure. Unless, of course, it gives.
It's a big trade.
Momentum.
It's a big trade. If this flips bearish, then the potential is huge because like you can target the weekly lows. Boom! Two to the 8, baby. Let's go. Look at that. Ah man, I would love a 238 break, a continuation play. Obviously the weekly high is important. That's where you set your stop loss and break even. If you can get into it above, fantastic. But it's still up, down, up, down, up, down for gold here. It's still very choppy overall.
Nasdaq is flipping bearish on all the time.
Oh really? Okay,
right
okay.
Yeah. So it swept all the highs, looking really good. Euro is still ranging. I feel like Euro is a tricky one right now. Nasdaq looks a little bit more clean. We have an hourly closure in 18 minutes. So what could be a potential is that once they close it bearish, they go up with the new hourly. Once they flip, that's the entry. And then
I
we
agree.
can look for some targets to the downside. We can look for some targets to the downside, like 506,
Love it.
4.
Are you talking about the Nasdaq, right?
Yeah, NAS 100.
Yeah. Yeah, so get gold, Nasdaq, and euro ready. Wadi says, see my long-term view in the Euro USD in Discord. Where have you posted it, Wadi? Let me know. Which channel?
He posted it in the traders chat.
Okay. Yeah, this is the this is the month the monthly chart. Yeah, I think so. Oh wow, look at that break.
That's some big moves.
Yeah, very good that we waited for the hourly closure, man, for the Euro USD.
Yeah, 100%.
For the 4-hour closure.
Mm-hmm. They instantly flipped it as well, again, under the XY. So,
yeah. If he closes above the 2038 as well, fantastic. You know, if he closes between the 238 and 232, fantastic. Yeah, you see the correlation between gold and the tether and the treasury, sir?
The VIX is also showing really bullish momentum. Also on the 4-hour, it's closing in 13 minutes. So it's again backing up the trade. If the VIX can go down on the next 4-hour candle first and flip the candle, then for the hourly on the Nasdaq, it would back up it would back up everything. So it's looking really good. Let's see what it does. Would like to see a bearish closure though in 13 minutes on this.
Weekly high has been taken out.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, we're waiting for that closure here. 1 hour closure, which is in like 13 minutes. So it's following the same process from yesterday. Consolidation during London and Asia, expansion during New York. There's a lot of room for gold here. My entry price is 233. Where to take profit? Above the weekly high right now, and then leave the rest running. Okay, if there are gold moving us here, we're going to trade the Nasdaq, Tom.
Julian, we're talking about different pairs and charts at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's the same as for you, Julian, about the 4 hour closure and stuff like that. It's just that we're talking about we're talking about the VIX and we're talking about Nasdaq, and those have different times than Euro. I hope that makes sense, Julian. Right now, Nasdaq is currently still bullish. It's not giving the bearish closure just yet, so.
Looks pretty strong still, but we'll see how we flip here.
Yeah, I agree. The euro is still not moving. Let's see.
Dollar is holding up strong, man, as well. At the same time.
Yeah.
Treasuries are coming down hard, so the correlation between the treasuries and gold is absolutely accurate. Curio says, I did sell 244. Good luck. Interesting.
Thomas, what are you reading now? I'm currently reading the news. I'm reading what news is coming for the rest of the day, and I'm reading for the news for tomorrow. That's what
All
I'm
right, 7
currently looking
minutes. Let's stay above 38, and like if you don't get pushed down, and boom. Euro, only interesting thing for Euro shorts. That's it. So if we flip, we're executing a short. Preferably in like 7 minutes from now. So let's say you come up right now, right? The 30-minute candle creates a new candle. It creates a top wick and it flips it. Then you also have the hourly closure, the 4-hour closure. So all of these closures are coming together and then it's looking for continuation. All right, 5 minutes.
Yes, interesting. Nasdaq is also falling downward a little bit again, so that's good. The VIX is going up again, so that's good.
Yeah, these highs have finally been taken out. Barely, but they have been taken out. So if you now flip, we're looking for continuation. Yeah, after the hourly, it's gas.
All right, hourly's flipping on Nasdaq, and the 4 hours not flipping yet on the Volks, but it's looking good. It's looking better.
Yeah. So if the next hourly candle comes up, flips it, continuation play. Who shorted gold here? Somebody shorted gold at 244. Do you usually set up wipe off on 50 minutes? Yes, 50 minutes. Because it's easy to see the week. You know, the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday. Can I hold or close? I've bought at 2044. I bought at 2044. You bought in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, you should make a decision for yourself. But yeah, you bought like in the middle of an imbalance after the weekly high taken out. I mean, there is not much happening until 2452. So yeah, but you need to follow through. Marcia said, that's awesome. I can share with you that last week, 265 was perfectly predicted by the volume profile. I can tell you already that the best shorts for gold are going to be around 253, man. Wow. It's going to be amazing. So that will be amazing for shorts. Super clean range, super big expansion from the news. Okay, closure, almost there. New hourly candle. I hope we come down, we flip again. Yeah, we will flip bearish. I think we'll flip bearish first. Nasdaq, Thomas.
Yeah, I'm currently looking at it. I'm looking at the Volks as well. Volks is looking interesting. It's looking that it wants to push up, meaning that Nas wants to go down. We could wait maybe for it to close below the... Oh, I need to go to the normal chart. The 7639.
Yeah.
And then look for the retest. Or it has to now drop instantly, but maybe it's not done yet, you know? And it wants to go a little bit higher because I'm looking on the 1 hour on the VIX, and it's respecting a fair value gap with a closure below it. It's not really pushing through it. So that's why I'm like a little bit like maybe we should wait a little bit longer for a bigger confirmation. Yeah,
so gold is pushing down. You know, if you start coming down and you start flipping again, that's usually pretty bullish for gold for further continuation to the upside. As there is nothing. EU shorts still there. Now we have the hourly closure. Now there's nothing really stopping us. You have the 4 hour closure as well. So what you want to do is you want to push up first and then flip bearish. And that just gonna be a a continuation play if that's the case. But you have to see price first pushing up and then flipping. All right, gold's pushing down. If we come down to 238 ish long, if we flip bullish, potential long, stop loss under the previous wick. Sorry, stop loss under the wick. Anyways, anything above the above this range here, like look at that massive expansion. There's not much traction there, so this could easily be a continuation push. The bigger the wick, the top wick, the stronger this push could be here. Yeah, this could be just a daily, or sorry, candle flip playbook. That's it. You're still looking at EU, Thomas?
Yeah, I'm still looking at EU. I'm reading the chart slowly. Like I see that we are having some movement to the downside now, but
Yeah.
still overall, I mean, like if I count up the wicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it already did it 6 times. So I need to see some actual movement. If they give some volume, I'll be willing to sell it. But I first need to see it, you know, I need to see the momentum in our favor. And then I'm looking for some shorts. Because right now we have equal highs on the 5-minute to the upside. We have a lot of lows to the downside.
Yeah.
It's giving multiple signals right now.
Alright, let's set gold up here on the chart. $40 push started to the downside already. 40 pips.
Nasdaq is also slowly going to the downside. Still looking for that level to break around the 640.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking good for gold. I'm gonna buy. I'll probably buy more later if you come down a bit further. Yeah, perfect.
Nasdaq is also well flipping bullish again. So Nasdaq is still nothing to look at.
Okay, Thomas, be right back.
All right, brother, sounds good. So how is everyone doing? Hope you guys are doing good. What are you guys looking at? Let me know. Market is really slow at the moment. The market is really slow. I see Euro is slowly breaking down. It's slowly going now. Alright, Johnny, I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm doing fantastic. Got 2 long positions, up 10 pips. Amazing, bro. Solid work. Amazing. Waiting for my signal to pop, streaming on Discord in the V3 trading floor. Right, Duke? That's amazing, bro. I see you kill it a lot, especially with the indices. You're killing it. Keep up the good work. I love it, Duke. Would you consider buys? I was personally looking for shorts, and I still am looking for shorts on the Euro USD. I'm currently not trading it. Reason why is because of the volume. Because of the current volume, I'm not looking for anything right now.
Okay, same thing. If you close below 238 in the 15 minute, I'm out. I take a small loss. And I'm waiting for the flip. I still give it some breathing. Because if the flip comes, you're in a perfect position. If you close below, I take a small hit. That's fine. I see the treasury still, a big chance of the treasuries flipping here. Where would you like to see gold go? 252? If you close below 238, I take a small loss. If you close below here, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna trade the candle flip again. That will be my second trade. Okay, last chance.
Let's see.
Anything on Nasdaq?
Nah, we're still playing around. It went higher. It actually broke higher, so it's now actually purging out the highs. But what I'm looking at the US 30. So what I noticed is that on most majors, right, the S&P, for example, they took out all the highs, but only on the US 30 they did not. So big chance they will first purge the US 30 highs before they actually look for the actual flip.
Yeah. Okay, I'm
Going
out
to
on gold.
align.
I'm out on gold. I took a small loss. I closed at 238. We saw the closure below. Still willing to re-enter long in case we flip the 242. If he did make that flip, he had a really solid position for the 252 target. Now I just want to wait for the candle flick play. Sometimes I'm willing to lose a couple times in the row small to win big. EU is still doing nothing. You also look at the EU, Thomas, or not?
Yeah, I'm still looking at EU. I personally think that they might wait for tomorrow for the employment claims.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There's some medium news coming out in 10 minutes from now. It's the crude oil inventories. I've looked back into time. It shows that it has some volume, so maybe we can see something happening during that time.
Yeah.
It's in 10 minutes.
Nasdaq is super strong here. If you, yeah, same thing for the Nas, right? A continuation play. Euro is doing nothing, so for Euro, there is no need to look at Euro right now until we see a little bit more expansion here.
On the 1 minute, gold is now flipping as well. So we had a 15-minute opening up without the top wick. So that's really interesting. Euro is as well flipping again bullish to the upside, so we're still ranging. It's like the 8th wick they created now to the
Yeah,
downside.
it's insane. It's
So I
insane.
feel like that they might wait for tomorrow on that one.
Yeah. $2.38.
$2.38.
Yeah, for
Very
gold,
well.
it's still a really nice level to look at here. In case you close above it in the next 7 minutes. I might re-enter from there. And your yield, there we go. So if this gets rejected right now, boom, come down, break the lows, look at continuation. This is where gold will flip the candle. That's why I think 252 is still in play here. That's the trade I'm trying to play out here. I'm trying to get into. So there's a chance to buy above 238 again. Where's your stop loss? Below the wick, below the previous wick. So the previous 30-minute candle. So that's like 234. Below the volume here. So focused today, bro. Where's our where are our therapeutic sessions?
Yeah, I'm fully like zoned into
Yeah,
the
me
charts,
too.
even though on Euro they're not really moving, but still you're like looking, you're like, is it going to do something right now? And you're just like trying to like see
nothing.
if they're going to do something, but they're not moving. It's it's crazy.
I like what gold is doing here.
You're usually sleeping, 100%. It's crazy actually. It's been sleeping the entire day, just waiting for it to wake up.
So there are two scenarios, right? I'm re-entering at 238. Or the candle flip play. And just flip this candle bullish, continuation to the upside. I think it's better to enter here, re-entry here. Look for that flip here. If you flip, you can break, stop us and break even earlier. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna re-enter gold. Stop loss is gonna be below the volume. Profiles here, 234. And if I get stopped out there, I'm done for today. That's it. No more trading for me. Boom, done. All right, let's see. Let's see, fam. Let's see if we can flip it. If I get stopped out here, that's done for me for today. Not gonna overtrade. I can take 1 or 2 hits. Maybe 3 if the risk to reward is very good. Why do you use volume profile when it's obvious where the volume is? Consolidation. Wrong. You have to measure the volume differently, my friend. You can consolidate with no volume.
Nasdaq is actually still pushing up pretty hard right now. Looking for the level 8773 on US 30.
Yeah.
It's the same scenario. I think this will happen tomorrow. They will take it out, and then we see a potential flip, because then all the higher time frame indices will align. They all set in a new high again. But then the big question is, are they going to flip it? Because of course it's really hard to predict a flip on the highs, unless they swipe a high and they flip the candle and it confirms it. So yeah, for now it's patience. Patience. Euro is insane.
What is Euro doing?
Have you? Yeah, it's doing nothing. Have you seen the futures chart? I'm looking at the futures chart at the same time. It looks so bad.
Yeah, we didn't close
It's
below
just,
it. Yeah, it's just still the same shit for Euro here. Even though the setup is beautiful, in case you come down and break down here.
Yeah, no, I think it will happen tomorrow. I think tomorrow we have a lot of potential for it to do so.
Yeah.
But for now, yeah, it's just not moving.
Yeah. All right, that's a trade. If I get stopped out here, I'm done for today. That's it. 252, stop loss and break even. TP1 at the candle flip at 240, 243. Sorry, 242.5.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna remove Euro from the charts. Right now I'm done looking at it.
Yeah, same. I'm done with Euro for now.
Bro,
For sure.
I keep looking back. I'm like, maybe it changed a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're still where we are like 2 hours ago. We're still at the same location. So
yeah.
it might be the best to just close it. Just leave it as it is.
Yeah,
Tell me,
that's
don't
it.
look at it anymore. Maybe it will do something. Yeah, exactly. That's probably how it goes. Let's see.
Chilling around the entry. Stop loss is set, so whatever. We're gonna see right now. Like we said, we're aiming for that candle flip play. Hopefully the volume comes in a little bit here. 238 is a key level. We came down to the point of control once, which is also good here. Stop loss is below the point of control. If we flip the candle, it will be it will most likely be a continuation play right away. All right, let's go. At least some volume.
Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be lovely. We have one of the FOMC members speaking in 25 minutes. I don't know how to pronounce his back name, so I'm not gonna try it. But we have someone talking in 25 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna close it on break even here. Let's see what my 7. Last minute candle closure. We need to see volume. Volume is decreasing. All right, if you flip this one, fantastic. If you don't, we get out on break even for now. And we're gonna sit on our hands a little bit. That would be the perfect moment for a candle flip on the 5 minute.
Yeah, I agree.
And a continuation play. That's it. Like, if buyers want to take over, this is the moment to push it. Okay, stop loss on break even here. You really want to see that drive now. You really want to see that hourly candle flip happening. Because there is no follow through here. I know what's wrong here. There's only one reason why gold is not flipping. It's this one right here. All right. Gold. 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 Let's go. Flip bullish. Come on. Gold. 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 Push. 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 Come on, guys. I can't take it anymore. Yeah, gold.
Gold. Yeah, here we go.
Gold. Let's go. Come on. We need a candle flip. That's all we need right now.
It's working. Sing more.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 pips is not. We're looking for that flip. We're gonna go hard or nothing. All right, that's it. But if you come down again, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign. So, you know, we have the entry to put our stop loss on break even and see how it goes. Because we're heading already then at that point towards the hourly closure as well. All right. I hope that helped. Not really. Normally it works. Usually it does. Volume. It does something. It gave a little push. Skinny D said, just need to record this remix with your voiceover to play. You're right. You're so right.
Going.
Yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my initial loss out. And I'm gonna leave the rest running. That's it. Risk-free on my hands.
I think a lot of people want to hear you sing, Lorenzo. They don't think the music works, but they think your voice works. It does magic.
Duplicia says EU 5-minute equal highs taken out now. Looking good for shorts. Thomas. EU.
Yeah, no. I trust me, I already looked at it. I was like looking at it. I was like, you know, I had to look at it again. I had to. But I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I feel like I have to watch the charts for 2.5 hours and be at the same location. That's the part where I entered.
Okay, so guys, it's either this one. We had a small loss at the beginning. We got our loss back. We are now like 25 pips profit. We want to see that candle flip happening. Because if that happens, you have a big chance of a continuation play towards 252. And that could still result into a really nice win. It's just worth it to see the hourly flip here. And just, yeah, so just set your stop loss and break even and see where it goes here. If you come down again, that's just not a good sign for gold. And there's really no follow through here. All right, be right back, Tom. 1 second. I'm gonna get some tea.
You do that. You playing with our feelings? Nah, not really. It wants to play with my feelings, but I'm not the one getting played now. I'm playing EU. Let's make it a difference. Let's make it different for today. I'm the one controlling the emotions. I'm not getting induced. I see wicks on both ends. It has moved today a fabulous 40 pips. But you would have been moving 1 pip up, 1 pip down the entire day, so it would have been a hard one. It would have been a hard one. I had the same in London though, Jolene. I was waiting for a specific setup. Same as the one that I used yesterday. That was pretty good. It was a pretty good a trade. It ended up being pretty good. But yeah, today just did not give the entry, so we're waiting for tomorrow. What's my bias on the higher you mean like swing approach? So yeah, so currently we are low, so I'm really looking for price first to purge down lower. We have relative equal lows on the downside with like on the monthly as well. So it would be really good for them to purge that. Then after that, it's all about how they respect that zone, you know? It's all about the respectance of the zone. Because I personally trade candle creations itself. So I'm anticipating how a candle is being formed on the weekly, on the monthly and stuff like that. But I need zones to confirm that for me. If there's no confirmation out of the zone, I can't say to myself there's a bottom or a top wick being formed. Euro USD can't make up its mind. Nah, it can't. At the moment it can't. It's playing a little bit. But tomorrow we have some news events coming out, so I see a lot of potential for tomorrow that we're gonna have some bigger moves. For also the Euro USD, because we have the unemployment claims. Today is just a slow day. Slow day today. I didn't see you on the trading floor during London. Oh no, yeah. No, that was yesterday. I was on the trading floor. Today I wasn't on the trading floor, Jolene. Because of the price action, right? You know what I mean? I went to the gym, stuff like that. Sometimes making the choice to step away from the charts is the best thing you can do. Because it ain't going to make any difference on you watching the charts, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be different. You're going to be on the trading floor during London tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, probably yes. Really depends on the volume itself, of course. So if there's nothing to trade, there's no point of looking at the market. If there's a good setup, I will be there. I think the two times I was on the trading floor, we had a trade. So it's all good. It's doing really good. If it shows, it shows. You know how it is, right? You know how it goes. So, Bright, you asked me about some swing, right? So something you could look for, or something you can look at, is odd US dollar. I see a lot of potential for it to form a monthly candle bullish. We still have some days left, right? So we still have about 23 days left on the month. It clearly manipulated into a POI if you look on the Aussie dollar, and you have a clear accumulation above that it could retest. Thomas, when are we going to play chess? Good question. Good question. Good question, my guy. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I've been putting in some practice.
You're playing chess?
I've been putting in some practice, yes, with the puzzles and stuff like that.
Nice. $500 a game. I'm all in. Okay. There is no need for me to keep my stop loss now, not on break even here. We secured our initial loss. We're in it risk-free. If there is no follow-through here, I'm not that particularly bullish on gold for now.
Is
And
it
if he
finally
still
happening?
If he still flip, then it's the 242 to 252 play.
Take a look at the Euro USD, Lorenzo. Is it finally happening? Is it finally happening? This is the big question. This is what we've been waiting for.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
EU,
What
man.
hour is this?
Yeah, we closed its hourly candle, man, in 7 minutes, so...
It's interesting. Yeah, let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Or is it going to be another bottom wick? That's a big question.
Yeah. This would have been amazing. If you would have this entry right now where we're sitting, and you would flip bullish, done. Perfect positioning. I don't see the bar stepping in though. It's getting bought up here, but we still 5 minutes. It's gonna be a tricky one. Look at the EU. Tommy. My man.
Yeah, it's going. It's going right now. It's going, yeah. There was indeed an entry after
Bro,
they swiped out
you were
the-
staring at EU for hours. And the moment you close the chart on your website, on your web browser, like 5 or 10 minutes, it goes.
It is what it is. It's part of the game. You know how it goes, right?
Uh-huh.
It is what it is.
I would love to see some volume coming in a couple minutes before the hourly, pushing price up. But there's a big chance we're breaking even here. First of all, are you funded or own capital? Own capital.
You went for it.
Yeah.
The hour.
I can't. I don't even look at it.
Nah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. A little bit heartbroken.
But wait, honestly,
you know
wait.
You know how it is.
Wait for the hourly closure and the next candle, though.
Yeah. 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 It feels like they took out a lot of liquidity on this push to the downside. So it really has to show me some new momentum before I accept the fact I want to go lower. Because all that liquidity, all that slow movement has all been taken out now. All of it. All of it's been taken out.
All right, let's look in the 1 minute here. I think we're gonna break even here. Imagine it flipping here. That would be absolutely insane. So we got a loss first. We made a win. We took our TP in the middle of that range, in the middle of the hourly candle. So we got our loss back, and we had our stop loss on break even in case we would flip bullish. Unable to flip the hourly candle bullish here. So if you cannot flip this hourly candle bullish, there is no need for me to just sit on my hands here and just hope that price will go up. Then I'd rather look for new entries here and look for further continuation. If you still flip bullish, the only trade I could think of is the candle flip play at around 240, 242.5 because there was nothing happening between 245 and 252. Hourly candle closure. New candle opens up now. We're out on break even here. It's not worth it for me. Are you an SMC trader? No, I'm an LTA trader. Price and volume. I have Thomas. I would still look at the euro, by the way, in case. Look at how we're coming up here.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it.
And if you flip this one, if you flip the Asian low, what is that? I've never heard it. LTA is a new concept. Coming soon. Like this is actually very clean. If you start flipping this candle bearish here and you start flipping this hourly candle now, look at all these equal lows that are set up below. This is the weekly low for my Monday and Tuesday. If you flip this bearish, entry, stop loss above the candle, above the wick, still targeting the continuation play low. It was a good decision. It was a good decision, guys, to take profits in the middle of that high, rather than just going all in on that trade. Just to play it defensive in case, you know, you want to capitalize, or sorry, we want to preserve our capital as much as we can. That's what I'm saying. I'm not scared of like losing small trades to win bigger. But you have to, I have to play the momentum game as well here. This is what I mean with, you know, buyers not stepping. There is no need to keep my position open and hope for the best. Because that already kind of would speak magic in case there was enough volume here pushing price further up. Buyers had enough chance to push price up here with this hourly. So let's see what happens here with this one. For EU, there is still a trade. There is still a trade potential here. And that is that kind of flip here on the 30-minute. So flipping bearish, stop loss above the wick, targeting the equal lows that are set up there. You're close below the VWAP. Will be amazing if you fill up that gap. They're coming for that gap right now. You see that they're going for it. And if you then flip after that gap is filled, that imbalance is filled, and you flip bearish, that's a good sign. Let's see what the volume is doing here. There's like... Gaming Jim says, gold is going up. Trust me. I trust you.
Let's see.
I mean, it doesn't look that bad. All right, look at EU here. The dollar is setting up nicely. Dollar looking good. EU filled that gap. That could be a continuation play still. Okay, gold is going. All right, if you flip 242, second chance, third trade of the day. If EU flips bearish here, that's a trade. What do you think, Tommy?
Yeah, still waiting for it, right? So I'm still the only thing that keeps me from trading it right now is, of course, the of all the liquidity that has been taken out. Overall, I still see a potential for it to go lower. Just patience for me right now. It's also getting later on the day, right? So volume will die out slowly, more and more. And I don't want to hold a position overnight. Let's say it like that, right?
Yeah, let's see what the point is doing here.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm really waiting for the volume to see what it's gonna do, especially after this big, like it's a big push after a whole day of consolidate, like a little bit of a ranging market. I want to see if they want to continue.
If there's a decent amount of volume, I think it's worth an entry. On the lower time frame, gold is not there yet though.
I'll be back in a few minutes. Right?
Yeah. So for example, if you look at the footprint chart for gold, look at all that volume traded there. That's now facing the resistance right here, on futures at least. So we're trying to break that resistance from the volume that's traded right in that candle, that previous hourly candle. So this is an hourly candle, this is an hourly candle, this is an hourly candle. A lot of volume traded around this candle here previously. If you start coming above that, that's a good sign. That's a good sign overall. But that's probably going to be this high, break of this high here. Okay, I'm gonna give 15 minutes. Check out says, hey bro, I love your work, been following you for some time now. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it, my friend. EU hasn't yet filled the gap. It has filled that previous gap right now. That's why I like it so much, because you fill up the imbalance, you flip bearish. And there are a lot of reasons why price could continue down here if you see, you know, based upon the chart itself, the overall direction of the euro is bearish regardless. So, you know, we'll be constantly setting in lower lows, lower highs. We are still in a downtrend overall. At the same time, this is that last expansion that we've seen here. This was the last relatively area of consolidation and expansion. Double bottom formation. Pushing up while building that liquidity there. Breakdown after rejection of the value area high and then potential flip. Pinning scenarios could lead into a nice entry with the stop loss above the wick. Thomas made a good point though, and that is like, are you willing, and that's a question for you to answer, to hold your position longer and potentially overnight? You know, is that worth it? So that's something that you have to make for yourself, because that could potentially be the case here, because it's getting a little bit later.
It's dinner time in the Netherlands soon.
Yeah. Okay, that gap is completely filled. The dollar is definitely setting up for something. Gold broke the high, okay? Okay. Let's see. Who's in gold buys right now? Still? From our trades here. InvestSoft says, hello Lorenzo, I don't know if you remember us from us. One of your fellow students once talked about doing business inquiries. It's about trade manager. Where could we contact you for business inquiries? Email me. Email me, and then I think my team will come back to you. What do you think about Euro Australian dollar buys? I think the Euro is not really looking that particularly strong. Let me see what the Euro is doing in particular. Just quick look. It's actually good for us to know as well for the Euro USD. Yeah, Euro is not looking that strong. At all. Okay, it's really not really like looking fantastic. Australian dollar is also not looking, you know, fantastic either. I think are we not ranging? Is it not just ranging? Yeah, you're in one big range here. I mean, it could be, but no, I'm not a big fan. Thank you, Vasov. Thank you. Appreciate it. What kind of indicator do you have to fix this volume profile? It's working really well. You can see it right now. It's actually bouncing again from the value area high. I had an entry there. We came below it. Didn't want to risk it. Overall break-even day for me so far. Nothing really spectacular, to be honest. But again, sometimes preservation is better than losing money, obviously. Main reason, follow through. We took an entry based upon momentum. If the momentum then dies out while you're in profit, you know, there is no follow through. So I wanted to see that follow through. That's how I wanted to play the game. You enter on that hourly candle. That candle had the opportunity to flip bullish. If that happens, a significant amount of continuation possible towards the 252. If you don't see that happening, you come down, you close right again where you entered before on that same entry. I'm not a big fan of it. Euro is still looking very interesting here because you came down, you're in a downtrend. Euro is relatively weaker. There are reasons for the euro to come back down further. You filled up that imbalance from the previous candle. If you flip this candle bearish at 107.735, you come back down below the Asian session again, the Asian lows again. And it's a pretty nice risk to reward if you target the equal lows. You just have to potentially hold your trade a little bit longer. So the question for you will be, is that worth it for you? Lorenzo, do you have a G-Shock on your wrist? Yes. I got a special edition G-Shock. I sold my Audemars Piguet for a G-Shock. Liquidity problems, you know. So. This thing is hard though. I love it.
Why is Thomas so quiet? I'm looking at Euro USD. I'm just, I'm like in the market. You know, like I'm waiting to see if there's any potential setup. But I feel like it's just playing around a little bit.
You're trading Euro futures or Euro USD? Both. Both. It's relatively similar. So the chart itself is looks very, very similar. So equal lows, you know, same stuff here. Hey bro, how do you access your footprint chart? It's called ATAS software. Okay. Have a look at it. You can get a trial, I believe. Could be interesting for you. Again, you're still below that volume spike right there. So that's where the most volume has been traded. You know, you see how much resistance that is giving us right now for gold. I like the dollar though. What are you looking at, Thomas? Or are you just scrolling through through a bunch of charts right now?
I'm also reading chat on YouTube, but I'm looking at Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Still not really feeling the short, but I see some potential with maybe wanting to go down.
Yeah.
I'm looking at still at EU. I'm looking at it, but I feel like I should step away. You know what I mean? Like step away and wait for it to don't get induced by the market. Let's say it like that.
Yeah. Like Simon says, enter trade. We took 2 trades. One loss, 1 win to make our money back. That's it. And then we broke even. For gold, that the follow through is not there. EU is showing potential. What's your view on gold right now? Well, first of all, we're holding above a key level, right? So that's good. That's a good thing about gold right now. The 238 is a key level. You want to stay above the 2038. That's for sure. Yeah, for the rest, we broke out of that range during London, Asia. Overall, Asia right here, similar to what happened on that Tuesday. We saw the same thing, expansion, and then a retracement. Today, it seems like we look at the same thing with a little bit of bigger move. More aggressive at least, but expansion, pullback. The question is there enough momentum right now? Scanning later. Is it worth a trade right now? It's up to you to decide. I think that the volume is dying out on gold here. And the only thing that I would love to see is either you close below the 2038 again. You could fall back into that range. That's kind of potential risky shorts, you could say. Anything below 231 is like, in my opinion, a pullback back to the value area low 2024. And that's a nice move. And anything above the 242, which is that candle flip play, is still really decent. Because, you know, look at that massive sell here. Continuation to the upside. 252. One stop at around 248. And then I'm already interested in looking for shorts again. If you see the confirmation, of course. Why? This was that major news event. That major expansion to the downside. Super aggressive sells. This is where most buyers are trapped still from that initial buy. So a lot of big players that were buying gold before the news, or whatever the case may be, you have buy positions open, are probably a major drawdown. The moment it gets back, what they tend to do is they tend to close down their position or hedge themselves by closing their positions or open new shorts. So I think this is a very important point of interest to look at for later on, the rest of the week. I hope we come up tomorrow. So Friday, we can look for shorts. We can look for another continuation play back down again, bringing price down again, back towards where we came from, which is initially where we opened at 240. So that would be the ideal case. But yeah. So one particular play would be, again, a trade above the 242. Another play would be, you know, waiting for price to get back below the 231 and look for continuation down. The riskier plays are still in that range, in that box. You know, this is truly where you have to look tomorrow. Where you're at, if you're back in that range, you know, potential long setups in that range or short setups in that range based upon the internal structure. We have to see. No confirmation from now here. Lorenzo, do you trade the news? We have been trading the news so many times here. I think that was our biggest stream, right? Like, was it the CPI or something? I think it was like one of our biggest streams. Yeah, well, it was the CPI here. Wow. Sometimes we have like a little bit of Casino Royale, all right? Where we have some fun. And we play the game here. Let me see what we did again. We took a short on gold. Yeah, there was a massive short for gold. There was a gold play, yeah. Sometimes we trade the news, yes. But to be honest, bro, it's more having fun, all right? It's for entertainment purposes only, if that makes sense. Because again, it's news. Anything can happen during the news. Usually, you know, all these algos get triggered. You know, people have inside information. You know, there are many ways you can be manipulated out of a position here. It's really hard to predict the news outcome. and a reaction of the news. But it is fun. It is fun. In the meantime, guys, let's smash up the like button. Already above 500 likes. It's very good. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the effort. Thank you very much. If you can reach the 600, will be absolutely fantastic. Just demolish that like button for us right now. And if you're new, subscribe to this channel. I'm fully back here on a day-to-day basis here. I'm releasing a new hybrid system and a new strategy for you guys as well. We're putting a lot of work in it. Thomas and I are figuring things out. We are perfectionists. We want to make it absolutely amazing. So it is as clear as it gets. But again, it has to do with volume. It has to do with volume. And then, of course, lower time frame execution. So lower time frame candle formations. And all that good stuff, okay? So stick around. And it's going to be free. Yeah, so gold, this is what I mean with losing momentum here. And this is what I mean with trading below the previous hourly candle volume here. And again, for the Euro USD, our Euro USD trade was that flip. You see how powerful it is? No flip is no trade. No flip is no continuation. No need to enter on support at the Asian lows. You want to break the Asian lows. You want to look for that continuation play. That didn't happen here. I think gold is gonna slow down here, guys. We're gonna see, you know, maybe at least a push up towards the 242, acting as new resistance here. I hope tomorrow. I really hope that tomorrow is the day where we stay above the 236, at least. And potentially then look for the continuation play towards 252. So that Friday, when we trade on a Friday, we can go for shorts on a Friday. That would be fantastic. We came out unshattered. I'm happy about that, at least. Could have been much worse. Could have also been much better. Not gonna lie. All right. The Nasdaq absolutely to the moon here. Same thing. We want to flip this into support. Also looking for the continuation. And again, you guys know it for the Euro USD right now. Is that break below 107.735. You have to see what it is on the Euro USD chart. I think it is 107.5. 107.57. Okay. In regards to the news, just to clarify, tomorrow we have the initial jobless claims, of course, the unemployment claims. Gonna be interesting. Every single Thursday, so that's fun. Friday we have... Is it the NFP? Should be.
Friday we have... No, we do not have the NFP.
The initial jobless claims tomorrow. So the initial jobless claims is gonna be interesting for that potential push up here. That's what we want to see. We want to see gold getting to 252. All right. So again, Monday. I highly recommend you to do the same thing, by the way. Is to highlight each specific dates. You get a very clear overview on a 50-minute chart. You can also use a different broker for it. You know, just to create this, you highlight the Monday. Boom, open, bearish. You now have directly the weekly high and the weekly low set for the week. Or the previous daily high, the previous daily low on the Tuesday. Consolidation during London, Asia, expansion during New York. Boom, rejection of that previous range. Consolidation during Asia, London, expansion to New York. Now above a key level 238. You want to stay above it. At least above the 235. At least. Hopefully we can do. Yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow, fam. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Two couple trades here. Again, it's all about trade management. Sometimes you have to risk it. Some other times you just have to, you know, you just have to let it go. And sometimes you have to just let your stop loss run completely here. Gold right now is already slowing down. You can see it. It's definitely not worth it. That's why I think the break-even decision was a good play. You know, making your money back, get out of your position, taking profits in the middle of that candle, and you see already that it's very hard with the follow through here. So you know, that continuation play will be absolutely fantastic. Let's see how we go. Yeah, NFP was last week. Yeah, for sure. It was the Friday here. Look at that major swing point. That's why I believe that this is such an important range for gold to look at right here. For many different reasons. That flip, that higher expansion, that continuation flip, reversal, a retracement towards the zone could be so nice for shorts as well. All right. But let's see. In case we turn around completely, 231, still key level. All right. So make sure you subscribe. Like one more time here. Share some love. 600 likes. We made it, fam. Thank you very, very much. Potential giveaway coming along tomorrow. Will be nice as well. And guys, I wish you all the best, man. Thank you very much for your consistency, for your trust, and for the efforts. And I hope you learned something every single stream. Of course, you can have your own strategy. We don't care. It's about what can we learn cumulatively together. Okay? It's time to change your life. 2024. Gonna be a good one. Thomas?
Yes, brother.
You're still looking at the Euro USD?
Yeah, I'm still looking at the Euro USD. Yeah, it's time to close down the charts. It's time to close down the charts and accept.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
Trade is still there though. In case. Let's see if that happens tomorrow. All right.
Yeah, 100%. Waiting
Awesome.
for tomorrow.
Awesome. Okay, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Gold. Gold.